Hi guys, welcome back to another FSD 12.5.4 video. I am at a different location today. I'm gonna try a different route altogether, right? So let's just put the self-driving option on. Okay, so let me put this in and let's start driving. So I'm just leaving from the Dunkin' Donuts. It's coming out of the parking lot, as you can see. Just gonna turn the air on. It's getting a little bit hot here. Okay, so it's going around. Okay, first of all, it should not have come this way. This is like one way oncoming traffic, but it is what it is. So let's see how are we gonna get out of this. Okay, so we got out of the parking lot. I don't know why it went around. It could have just went from here and didn't have to go through that one way kind of road. So FSD still learning, I would say. Not a big deal in this case because nobody was there. A lot of traffic is coming on my left. Car is slowly creeping forward. I always have my hand close to the yoke and my foot close to the brake just in case I have to take over, but so far we have been good. So this is like one of the busiest roads in New Jersey area on Route 1. Always packed up with traffic, and the traffic is always moving fast here too. Okay, so we just made the move. Perfect. And I think we're gonna go around and make a U-turn to come on the other side because we have to go south. Will be interesting. A lot of turns just to go on the south side. Okay, car is slowing down very naturally, gradually, and you know, this is the best thing I like about the 12.5.4. You know, things have become really subtle, like, you know, all the lane changes, stopping at the stoplights. I didn't see the hard braking issue anymore. In the previous version, it was really braking hard. So fingers crossed, we're not gonna see that problem in this version or any upcoming version. So that's all good. And then other than that, you know, you can see like how easily it's taking the ramps and driving so good. Also, let me know what you guys think if you already have the 12.5.4 update. I know a lot of people should have it now by now. So what are your thoughts and experience on this? You know, I would love to hear from you guys as well. And let me know if you guys have any specific use cases you want me to test again. I stay in like a safe zone. I try to, you know, test this feature while, you know, making sure nothing is going to happen to my car or like anybody around me as well, right? So safety and security is the first thing that you should have in your mind. Okay, so mainly I want to test the highway driving. So we will be driving a few miles on the highway. We are gonna take the ramp and like take the ramp to the south. I want to see which side of the road it's gonna stay. In the previous versions, whenever I tested this, FSD tend to stay towards the far left lane, which is for fast moving traffic, and you know, it was just basically preferring to stay there for some reason. So, and I had like a workaround around that. I'll show you if we come across that situation and the car is sticking to the left side, and I'll show you what I found out, and you know, we can basically do that. So it'll come later in this video if we come across that problem. Okay, so again, as you can see, it came towards this side and doing the lane changes and taking the ramp without any issues. So that's amazing. Just like you're driving by yourself. So I'm just sitting here pretty much, you know, You don't have to feel like that, like a new driver is driving the car now. Like, you know, again, that's the thing I'm noticing in the version 12, especially the 12.5 initial version was really good. Then the next two versions were basically not that great, and this one so far I am really liking it. So, you know, I hope at some point we'll have unsupervised FSD. So there's a big announcement coming up on 10/10. Let's see what that's gonna be about. So Tesla is announcing something. I think it's more on the robot kind of side of things, but if they announce like robotaxi, you know, I'm pretty sure there's something more that will come to the FSD as well. Maybe super unsupervised driving. So that's the next thing I'm interested in. But so far it's really good. You know, as you can see, I showed you just when we were like getting out of the parking lot, that was the only thing that happened today. But so far it's good, and it's driving in the middle lane, you know. So in the past, if you have been following this channel, my biggest complaint was, sorry, just a second, let me put my phone to the side. So my biggest complaint was whenever you were hitting the highway, FSD was trying to stay on the far left lane and then would try to follow the speed limit, right? And then the far left lane, people are driving really fast, sometimes a little bit over the speed limit, and they're right on your tail. So something I think they have improved. So far we didn't see anything like that. Let me just put the car back into medium suspension mode. I don't drive on the low side of things. So I'm touching 8,400 miles now, and I did a video on my rear tire situation. So far so good. All stock suspension. I do have the shims and everything available. I didn't install it. I just want to see how long these tires are gonna last. So I'm on the 21-inch Arachnid wheels with Michelin Pilot 4S. So when I got the car, before like getting it, like I was just doing some research. A lot of people who had 21-inch wheels on the Plaid, they were, you know, saying that the rear tires start to wear out quickly. And the reason for that is, like, you know, there's no adjustable camber. When the car goes low, you know, there's a slight negative camber which basically causes the inner side of the tire to wear out quickly, and like from the outside it'll look perfectly fine, but from the inside it'll be pretty much gone. So I try to keep checking. So far I haven't seen any concern, and as mentioned, like, you know, I'm in 8,000 plus miles now, so far so good. But I want to see how long these tires are gonna last. If they last me around 15,000 miles, I'll be more than happy. And you know, I do have, like, as I mentioned, like, you know, aftermarket stuff which I can install myself, and then just need to get the car aligned. So I haven't done so yet, not even getting the time. So, like, you know, so that's another thing. But even today I'm like going through work trip, so on my way back, you know, I'm just like trying to record for you guys, and also just to see how the car is gonna drive on the highway. So now we are on the far left. I want to let the car behind me, who's coming really fast, this guy, come just behind me and see if our car tries to go back in the middle lane or not. So if not, then, you know, I'll show you the workaround I mentioned, and that works for me, and, like, you know, really good. So let's see what happens when we cross this Jeep. Okay, so let's see if our car is gonna come in the right lane. It's not coming. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna manually change the lane, and then you have this option, go to autopilot. Look what the person did behind me. He was just getting anxious. So I went in and turned this option on, minimal lane changes for the current drive. So I experienced that, like, when you are on the highway, just keep this option on, and whatever lane you are in, it's just gonna mostly stick to that lane. So that's something which is handy. Like, you know, you don't have to worry about cars going too far left, which it prefers to do for some reason. So the speed limit is 65 here. I'm just gonna go at 70. Don't want to get a ticket. So with the automatic set speed offset settings on the highway, you can actually, you know, manipulate that while you're on the highway. But when you're driving in the city, this wouldn't like let you do that. You have to turn it off altogether in order to, you know, override the speed limits and whatnot. So, but in the city, like, it is working really great. If you haven't seen it, like, you know, check some other videos out. I always have it on in the city, and it's doing an amazing job, especially in the 12.5 stack. So far so good, guys. So again, I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration. I'm not gonna record the whole thing going to my destination, but you got the idea, right? FSD 12.5.4 is really great, not only in the city or like, you know, local roads, but now on the highway as well, right? The small improvements they have done, and they keep on bringing these things up, is really enhancing this technology, and I'm looking forward to the next version. Like, I heard like new version is coming out as well. Some of my folks on using Cyber trucks already have the 12.5.5, which has FSD, so we will be seeing some more versions coming out. I thought like the 12.5.4 might be the last version in the 12.5 stack, because there are rumors of 12.6 and even the 13 stack coming out too. So keep you posted. Please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and provide your feedback in the comment section down below. On that note, guys, stay safe. Goodbye. I'm gonna see you in the next one.